Day 13, Dare 13. Love fights fair. If a house is divided against itself, that house will not be able to stand. Mark 3:25. Like it or not, conflict in marriage is simply inevitable. When you tied the knot as bride and groom, you joined not only your hopes and dreams, but also your hurts, fears, imperfections, and emotional baggage. From the moment you unpacked at your honeymoon, you begin the real process of unpacking one another, unpleasantly discovering how sinful and selfish each of you could be. The storms of life began testing and revealing what you're really made of. Work demands, health issues, in-law arguments, financial needs, and of these things of varying degrees. These add heat to relationships. This sets the stage for disagreements to break out between the two of you. You argue, you fight, you hurt, you experience conflict, but you're not alone. Every couple goes through it. It's part of the relationship. But the difference is not every couple survives it. So don't think that today's dare will drive all conflict away from your marriage. Instead, this is about dealing with conflict in such a way that you come out healthier on the other side. Both of you together. The deepest, most heartbreaking damage you'll ever do or have ever done in your marriage will most likely occur in the thick of conflict. That's because this is when your pride is the strongest, your anger is the hottest, you're the most selfish and judgmental. Your words contain the most venom in the midst of a conflict. You even make the worst decisions. A great marriage on Monday can start driving off the cliff on Tuesday if an unbridled conflict takes over and neither of you has your foot on the brake. But love steps in and changes things. Love reminds you that your marriage is too valuable to allow it to self-destruct, and that your love for your spouse is more important than whatever you're fighting about. Married couples who learn to work through conflict tend to be closer, more trusting, more intimate, and enjoy a much deeper connection afterwards. But how? By establishing healthy rules of engagement. If you don't have any guidelines for how you approach hot topics, then you won't stay in bounds when the actual heat arises. There's two types of boundaries: we boundaries and me boundaries. We boundaries are rules you both agree on beforehand. Rules that apply during any fight or altercation. And each of you has the right to gently and directly enforce the rules if they're violated. These could include: we never fight in public. We never mention divorce. We'll call a timeout when conflict escalates to a damaging level. We'll never touch one another in a harmful way. We'll never go to bed angry with one another. Failure is not an option. Whatever it takes, we'll work it out. And then there's me boundaries. Me boundaries are rules that you personally practice on your own. Here's some of the most effective examples, like: I will listen first before speaking. I will deal with my own issues up front. I will speak gently and keep my voice down, because you know that a gentle answer turns away wrath and harsh words stir up anger. Proverbs 15:21. Fighting fair means changing your weapons, disagreeing with dignity. It should result in building bridges instead of burning one down. Remember, love is not a fight, but it is worth fighting for. Today's dare. Talk with your spouse about establishing healthy rules of engagement. If your mate is not ready for this, then write out your own personal rules to fight by. Resolve to abide by them when the next disagreement occurs. I dare you. Now, get to work.